Good evening, everyone. Meteorologist Jessica Blum here in the 1011 streaming studio on behalf of the Severe Weather Center to talk about this evening's forecast and take you through the rest of this week. Because in case you've missed it, we've got some good news for those that have thought this cold snap was pretty brutal. As of late, we've had some cold temperatures in our coldest of the season, kind of getting our first taste of winter weather with the latest plunge of cold air over the weekend into this morning. In case you missed it, earlier today, I talked with meteorologist Carmela Latuca about the minimum wind chills early this morning, dropping down to the single digits. Lincoln Airport, last check, did drop down to 9. Early today, there was a spot, Schuyler, Nebraska, notably down to -4, a sub-zero wind chill early today. But we're going to talk about your Lincoln Weather Almanac tonight to tell you temperatures did not warm up as much as we thought. And I think high clouds had a part to do with that, really limiting temperatures to just the upper 30s. We did not get to 40 today, and it felt colder than that throughout the day. Didn't take too much wind really to make it feel colder throughout your Monday. So the coldest start to really this work week, and really what's expected to be the coldest day of the work week, rather, and then warmer temperatures from here on out. The morning low temperature, even though we had wind chills in the single digits, fell down to about 16 degrees. Sunset tonight was at 5:13 and continues to get earlier until the winter solstice on December 21st. We did have 6/100ths of an inch of precipitation over the weekend. That came largely on Saturday, and we're not expecting much in the way of precipitation throughout the rest of this week. So as we talk about the warmer weather, these 30s to lower 40s in much of eastern and central Nebraska are going to look a lot better in the days ahead. Did manage to get into the 60s in a few spots, looking at Shadron at 66 degrees, 62 in Alliance, 64 out in Sydney. Shout out to my Sydney friends and family out that way. They got to experience the warmer weather. We were stuck in the 30s. Takema, Omaha, Nebraska City, Fall City, all matching some of the lowest temperatures across the state for a high. And in the middle 30s. Here tonight, as we take a live look at Skyview cameras across the state, we do still have some high-level cloud cover out there, but a pretty view looking at the city lights kind of twinkling at this time of the night. Here, looking at our Lincoln Skyview camera, temperatures are in the 30s, the lower 30s, barely hovering above freezing, and just enough wind out of the south around 13 miles per hour to produce a wind chill in the 20s. So temperatures in the 30s, wind chills in the 20s. It's a cold night to be out and about. Really a good night to kind of turn the heater on at home and really keep those warm temperatures. I know I heard from meteorologist Bill Rentschler on his way home that he saw a lot of the places where you can get your tires aired up were busy with this cold air as of late. I think a lot of people have been having to check on their tire pressures because the cold air contracts a lot of the air within those tires and will make you need to replenish some of the air in some of those tires. So I've had to do that late. Make sure you give yourself some time in the morning to maybe check that before you get out and about on your morning commute for Tuesday, Veterans Day tomorrow. But that's a look at some current conditions across the capital city. As we look at temperatures across the metro, a lot of us are hovering just above freezing, 32 degrees in the southeast corner of Lincoln, but most in and around downtown, around 33, 34 degrees, just past 9 o'clock. On this Monday, November 10th. 10 days into November already. November, the end of this year seems to fly by. It seems like the holidays are right around the corner, and they certainly will be here before we know it. Temperatures in southeast Nebraska and far eastern Nebraska are the coldest at this point. Still cooling down from the 60s out in the Panhandle and much of the Sandhills, in the 40s at this point. Much more comfortable conditions for this time of the year in western Nebraska, but we are already slipping down to around freezing, if not colder than that, in Omaha, Nebraska City down to 29, 30 in Fall City and Takema. The southeast breeze, really the south breeze rather, is up around 10, 15 miles per hour for much of central and eastern Nebraska. A large area of high pressure continues to dominate much of the region, but we have seen some high-level clouds move in throughout the day today. Again, that was filtering some of the sunshine to maybe keep temperatures just a little bit cooler today. A degree or two can be the difference. I think we had a high, we were trying for 40, 41 today, but we did not get to 40 degrees, as I mentioned earlier in our live stream here tonight. Wind gusts up around 20, 22, 23 miles per hour, and a few spots is all. Most of us are not recording higher wind gusts at this point late tonight, but there's a look at the cloud cover on satellite and radar across the state. It looks like we're quite overcast, but if you know from throughout the day today and looking, of course, at the skies earlier, these cloud types were really the high, thin type, but satellite and radar at this time of the night really kind of depicts just a bunch of cloud cover over much of the region. I wanted to zoom out to show you that some snow showers are happening to the north and east. Minnesota has some snow showers up and around Minneapolis and to the north, and the Great Lakes, some lake effect snow out that way. But again, here in Nebraska, not expecting precipitation over the next several days, really throughout the work week, and then even chances over the weekend have dwindled for what we can see. But I'll take you through tonight. Some cloud cover is still going to linger, I think, into tomorrow morning. So by the time we're waking up in and around sunrise, there will still be some clouds over much of eastern Nebraska back toward Holdridge and O'Neill. And then we'll see some clearing throughout the second part of the day. So it should be mostly sunny by the time we move toward noon and later. And so it should be a nice warmer day to honor veterans, really, for November 11th. And then by this time tomorrow night, mostly clear skies across the state as well. So talking about tonight and hour by hour, what conditions you can expect by midnight, closing in on about 30 degrees. It'll be partly cloudy and chilly tonight. Again, it doesn't take much wind to produce a wind chill at this time of the year. Temperatures by 7 a.m. to get the kids ready for school and you out the door. Expect temperatures to be in the middle 30s, mostly cloudy, not as cold as this morning. In fact, that would be about 20 degrees warmer than this morning. So it'll feel a lot different starting out the day on Tuesday. By the afternoon, warming to the middle and upper 60s. That is above average for this time of the year by quite a bit. And a little bit of a northerly breeze, but mostly sunny and, again, much, much warmer. So forecasted low temperatures across the state tonight will be dipping into the 30s, really, for a lot of us, down to about 30 on the nose in Lincoln and Beatrice and up toward Omaha. And then we are warming up throughout the day for Veterans Day. So your Veterans Day forecast for November 11th looks like this: by 8 a.m. up to 38 degrees, but a nice jump to the lower 60s by noon for any lunch plans or lunch errands you may have to run. And then by the afternoon, again, mostly sunny and temperatures warming up to about the middle and upper 60s. Really especially warm in around I-80 and to the south. Some getting close to maybe 70 degrees tomorrow, looking at Hebron, Holdridge, Kearney, Lexington, even Grand Island up to around 68, 69 degrees for forecasted highs. And we'll look forward to that. If not getting to 70 degrees tomorrow, we will be getting close to 70 degrees by the end of this week. Low temperatures continue to get a little bit warmer in southeast Nebraska by Wednesday morning. And then high temperatures on Wednesday do fluctuate just a little bit, just a touch cooler, but still in the 60s for this time of the year and still above average before we're looking mighty fine, especially looking at those 70s by Friday and Saturday. It's this time of the year where I look forward to seeing the warmer weather and these nice temperatures to get word out to my family that, yes, you may be thinking about those Christmas decorations. I know it's early. We're not even to Thanksgiving yet. I know there's the whole controversy there, but you want the nice weather when you're putting up Christmas lights. It's usually, it takes some time, some effort. And so less wind, warmer conditions, this will favor some beautiful weather to put up some Christmas lights. If not, get out and about and enjoy some sunshine with some lighter winds. Really looking forward to Friday and Saturday. And then as we look at the full 7-day forecast, again, Friday, Saturday, probably the warmest. Friday, we're coming close to records for that date, within 5 degrees. From the record from 1990 of 75. And then again, precipitation chances over the weekend we have dropped to about 20% for Saturday and Sunday. Still going to watch the timing of that next possibility for some precipitation Saturday evening into Sunday. And that next system looks to drop temperatures to around average, around normal for the middle of November by next Sunday and Monday in the lower 50s. So I do appreciate you all joining me here this evening for an edition of our forecast, and really looking forward to those warmer temperatures by the end of this week. Of course, you can always get the latest forecast on our 1011 weather app and on 1011now.com. And until next time, we wish you a safe and hopefully warmer evening tonight and into tomorrow morning.